Hey, Gear Geeks, I got a box. It's a big box, and I've already had to do this video a couple times, so I've already opened it, and let me show you what it is. Voila! It is a Marshall amplifier. Well, this ain't just any Marshall. It looks pretty good from far away. This is the 2205, so it's the 50-watt 2-channel amplifier coming out in 1985. It's got a master volume, which is one of the things that was a feature for this model. You can see some Tolex is chipped away, some rusted screws. At least the screen's okay. Now, I just got this. I haven't fired it up. I don't even know if it'll work, but we'll do that together. Came in this big box, but you couldn't tell which side was up because the writing on one side was one way and the writing on the other side was the opposite direction. As I was throwing stuff away, I realized that something was heavy. So in this box, I think is the switch, the foot switch. So again, I had this amp brand new in 1985, bought it from Guitar Center. And I never owned a foot switch. I never switched it over. It was the heavy metal days. I was pretty much playing heavy metal. So this would be my first time playing with this thing. Looks like a newer one. Yeah, it looks like a newer foot switch. So this should be interesting. Nice long cable on the foot switch. Back when the cable came with the foot switch. Marshall does that though. I have another Marshall that the foot switch has its the cable with it. So here's the back. Again, supposed to be here Monday and wasn't here. I waited all day. You have to sign for it. Then I said Tuesday, and before 3 p.m. it's 6 p.m. so I waited all day again. Did have a service here from New York 6 months ago. The knob's missing, but it does work. Well, at least it turns. So we'll see. I'll fire it up. You can see it's a little Tolex chipping in the back. Again, the screws are rusted. So that means it was sitting in a place that allowed it to rust. Even in my silvery type of instruments, amps, they don't get that kind of rust even when they're really old. This amp came from New York, so it's probably seen some kind of precipitation. So I'm going to fire it up, and what I'm going to do to fire it up is I'm going to compare it so you have an idea with another British distorted type of amplifier. Amplifier, the Vox or the Orange. With the Marshall 2205, which is not a popular one. There's 2203, which is a one channel, doesn't have this part. It's just that. And you'd see like two inputs, vertical. 2203, there's the 2205, which this one is, and definitely was not popular. And then the 2210, which is the 100 watt, which is really the popular one. So I was going to whip out I was going to undig my cabinet. I have a vintage 30 cabinet that's great for distortion. Check that one out, and it wasn't back there. It was actually buried in the back. So I'm going to get that out, unbury it, and try this amp out with these other amps as a side-by-side. These days, most people know what the Vox Night Train sounds like, or the Jim, I forget his name, from Slipknot. I believe that's what that amp is. I believe that's his signature. So that's his signature amp, and those are like a distortion with not too much high gain. And that was exactly what this amp was when I bought it and sold it again in 1995 for $500. I paid $300 for it brand new when I purchased it in Guitar Center in the South Bay, California. So I went to go and bury the other amp cabinet, and it wasn't there. So I'll get all that unburied, and we'll check this thing out and see what it sounds like, and see if I get all melancholy and start crying. An amplifier. All right, Gear Geeks, that was it. The Marshall 2205.